All right. I'm back. And so is Tails. Finally, Tails is playable in a Sonic the Hedgehog game. It's Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and hey, since Sonic is bringing a sidekick, I thought I'd get myself a sidekick. No, but seriously.
I'm the sidekick now?
Apparently, that's what Sonic said. It's not. I didn't say that. Sonic said it.
Okay, fair enough. I'll be Tails then.
So this is Smooth. You can't be Tails because I'm Tails. This is Smooth, and he'll be joining me for the remainder of Sonic Origins as my own personal flying fox. And this is Sonic 2. It was released in 1992. Also for the Sega Genesis, obviously, right? And right here is a special stage. Enjoy. This game goes pretty quickly.
All these classic ones do.
In Sonic 2, and this entire first episode is going to be just pretty much all Chaos Emeralds, because in Sonic 2, in order to get the Chaos Emeralds, unlike in Sonic 1 and in Sonic CD, you don't have to have 50 rings at the end of the stage. You just have to have 50 rings and hit a checkpoint, and then you'll get taken into a half pipe where you have to get a certain amount of rings before you reach each checkpoint until you reach the very end where you can get the Chaos Emerald. Sounds simple, right? Well, that's because it is.
Yeah, they definitely loved this half pipe special stage because they brought it back for a lot of different games in the future.
Very popular special stage. Well, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, I choked my words for a second there, but Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was the most popular game, I'm pretty sure, released for the Sega Genesis. So I think that they bank a lot of their nostalgia points in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. That's why they brought back the half pipe so often. Because Sonic 1 was a hit, Sonic 2 was a huge hit, and Sonic 3 was successful, but not as big of a hit as Sonic 2 was. But you know, if you look carefully, these special stages have been redone, and they run a lot smoother. And I'm pretty sure they're running in a completely different engine than the classic 16-bit Sega Genesis special stages.
Yeah, I was I was actually able to beat them this time for in this version. When I first played this, played Sonic 2, even still to this day, like the half pipe is still my least favorite special stage out of all the classic games.
Yeah, Smooth, you said that Smooth's always said that he's had trouble with the half pipes. I've always found them to be pretty easy. I only actually failed twice while doing this. The first time, I don't even know what happened. The second time, I actually had something in my eye. But
you caught a ring in your eye, messed you up.
But yeah, I've found these special stages to be quite easy over the years. Because when the first time I played this game was on the Wii, and there were no save states or anything like that. It was pretty much the same as playing it on the Genesis. You had no save states, you had no infinite retries or anything like that. It was just a straight up emulated port of the game. And I just had to like memorize all of these special stages as best I can. So playing it right here for the recording, I did a lot of this from memory. I did a lot of it from memory. I've also played this game a lot ever since I started really going crazy with Sonic stuff.
Yeah, I mean, my problem with the half pipe was just because when I first played Sonic 2, it was on the Mega Collection on GameCube, and I could never see when the rings were coming up. So little kid me would have to memorize where the rings were. Yeah, I for some reason just never did that because I thought, no, I don't want to do that. I want to see where the rings are. With this version, I can totally actually tell.
Yeah, I can totally relate to that. But yeah, as you can see, we got 2 of the Chaos Emeralds right now, and I'm actually going to get all 7 Chaos Emeralds before we even move on to the next zone. So between Act 1 and 2 of Emerald Hill, I'm going to be getting all 7 Chaos Emeralds because it's just that easy. And it's actually even more easy in this version of the game because unlike in later versions, when you exit the special stage, you keep all your rings. I believe in the Genesis version, you lose your rings when you enter and exit a special stage. I think you come out with 0, and you would have to recollect all of them again to try the special stage again. But with this one, you can just walk to the next one, and as long as you don't get hit by one of those coconuts, that's the name of the monkeys right there. They throw little coconuts at you.
Little coconuts, yeah.
Yeah, they suck. But as long as you don't get hit by one of those guys, you're pretty much good to go and get into the next special stage. My best advice for these is to ignore the total in the center if you're playing with Tails as your partner, because you can set the options, not in story mode here, but if you're just playing on the cartridge or just regularly through the Origins collection, you can choose whether or not you want to play a Sonic and Tails, or just Tails by himself. And if you're playing with Sonic by himself, it's pretty easy. In fact, that was the first time I was able to unlock Super Sonic, was playing Sonic by himself.
Same.
But then I kind of just learned, hey, ignore the total in the middle and just focus on Sonic's total, because Tails is probably going to get hit. Everything he does is what Sonic does, just a little bit delayed.
Tails is probably going to get hit as Sonic gets hit.
Yeah. I get hit a lot, but, you know, most of these are pretty forgiving. A lot of the early ones are really forgiving. It's not that bad.
Yeah, some of those later ones are pretty ridiculous. Like,
the later
how is a
ones
kid supposed to remember this?
They get a little brutal, but they're not so bad. Not so bad at all.
No. Yeah.
This one right here, I ended up sorry, Smooth. Just real quick. I ended up getting hit like a lot in this one, so I actually this is the one where I said I missed the Chaos Emerald, but that's all right, cuz we'll just use the power of supersonic speed to warp back to when I actually do complete this thing. Whoa, look at that. And here we are. At the
wow, we're already here.
But yeah, what were you going to say, Smooth? You forgot, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Wait, no, it came back to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought about the name of this actual zone just being Emerald Hill, and it's just like, yeah, you can get literally all the emeralds in this place. Maybe that's why they just named it Emerald Hill. Or maybe because it just sounded cool.
Or maybe because...
Yeah?
Anyway. So...
Yeah? Yeah?
You know, one thing about this game is I don't like the backgrounds as much as the backgrounds in Sonic 1. I mean, I kind of like how there's, like, the island in the back. And the clouds and everything. You can sort of see the reflection on the water. I think that's kind of cool, but the backgrounds in Sonic 1 were just a lot more intricate, I think. But I'm thinking that they maybe simplified these ones because of the fact that there's maybe less cartridge space, seeing as how there's a lot more zones in this game compared to in Sonic 1.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot more. There was even zones that were cut.
Mm-hmm.
And they brought back a couple of them. Well, no, I think just they revamped one of them, which was like a desert one, and they remade it into like Mirage Saloon for Mania.
Yeah, and we'll see a little bit later on that one of the zones that was originally cut from the game does make a comeback here in this title. Yeah, no spoilers, no spoilers. Well, no spoilers. Yeah. Well,
yeah, no spoilers for a game that came out in '92.
Shut up. Yeah.
Here comes the fourth one.
Yep, here comes that darned fourth Chaos Emerald.
Wow, what a reference. Okay.
I like Shadow the Hedgehog. I can't wait to play that game, honestly, because I really enjoy that game quite a lot.
It's not perfect. I don't mind the game.
It's not perfect, but I did have fun during last year's marathon playing through Shadow the Hedgehog. Good times, good times, good times. You know, oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
I don't see them. They have anything to say.
Oh, man.
I'm very tired. I've been doing stuff all day. I don't rest. I don't rest.
I know this. It's like, dang, Tails, move.
Yeah, Tails is was Bobbin and Weaver. This is the one where I said I had something in my eye, like while I was doing this one, so I got hit like a million times on this.
Tails, stop!
Yeah, like there was like something like burning my eye. So like the first attempt, I just died. It's just like all right, well.
Chaos really wanted you to not get that emerald.
Or no. Was it? No, I think it was this one. Yeah, it was definitely this one. Yeah. Like, I don't know, something was just like, so I had like, I was like playing this one with my eye half closed, and yeah, but I got through it eventually. Yeah, I got through it eventually.
Have you ever had it to where Tails somehow got more rings than you while passing a goal?
No.
Because I have somehow when I was a little kid.
I don't know how you did that.
I don't know either. There's some things I've done as a kid that I still don't know how I've done.
Like that time you did a backflip?
Yeah, exactly. Never again.
How did I do that backflip?
How did I?
The sheer mechanics of it are mind-boggling. But yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog, it's good stuff, and oh my god, I gotta hit that.
Just, wow.
So,
again?
Basically, I just walked backwards and collected 50 rings. But I thought that'd be pretty boring to watch, so we're just gonna cut back to when I'm at the thingy with the rings.
Like, yeah,
at the thingy with the ringies,
Sonic
you know?
Just kind of stood there looking at the goalpost like, ooh.
Yeah, it's irritating. You know, a lot of the times when you see me reset, you know, since in the original game there's no retries on special stages, that would just be a reset for me. When I was playing this as a kid, I would just reset the game if I failed one, and I would just do the whole thing over again, so that I could get all of the Chaos Emeralds in the zone.
I would just keep going, but like when I first played this game as a kid, I never really knew how to get the Chaos Emeralds, so I just kind of played the game, and then like later on, at some point, I figured out you had to go through you had the goalpost with the sparkles, because I would just keep running after going past the goalpost. On some games I was a smart kid, on others, not really.
You know, when I was very young, I didn't actually know that Supersonic existed. I didn't know.
The way I learned how Supersonic was a thing when I was a kid was from Sonic X.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, but I didn't even know, like, for some reason it didn't click for me that, like, I could be Supersonic in the video games. Yeah. I just was like, oh, that's a cool anime thing. And I never thought about the fact, I was like, oh, that's what the Chaos Emeralds are for, so I can, like, transform into Supersonic. I never really considered that. But as you can see, we have 5 out of 7 already. We're still in Emerald Hill.
5 space rocks.
5 space rocks.
Yeah, space rocks.
Bro, look at these flowers. They were going crazy.
They're dancing. They're vibing to the music.
They need to stop dancing. They're making me uncomfortable.
But why?
Because they're making me uncomfortable.
Alright, fair enough.
So right here, I messed up. I should have jumped onto that platform so I could get the little special stage. Oh no! But in this version of the game, they incorporated the thing from later Sonic games where Tails can carry Sonic. In the original Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Tails cannot carry Sonic like this. So he's virtually useless when he's partnered with you, except for getting extra hits in on Eggman, which is pretty cool. Yeah, he doesn't really do much. He's not super useful. Except for, having some backup rings. He's good for the backup rings every now and then. And also just getting a few extra jabs in on Eggman when he can. I always like the different colors of these special stages. This one looks like pea soup.
Pea soup? I was gonna say like lemon lime.
No, looks like pea soup.
Silence.
I've never actually had pea soup before.
Neither have I.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
No.
Like, peas are, they're alright, but pea soup? That just sounds horrible.
That doesn't even sound appetizing for me.
Who would want that, you know?
I don't know. Maybe somebody watching. No?
Yeah,
okay. No? Okay. I guess not.
The complete silence of it all. Yeah, but so what's the scoop with Sonic the Hedgehog 2? What's the story here? Well, it's pretty simple. It's pretty much what you saw in the opening cutscenes. Sonic's just flying around in his airplane. He stops on this island. He meets Tails, who's getting bullied by 2 foxes because he has 2 tails and they only have 1. Yeah, they become friends. Tails just starts following Sonic wherever he goes, and Eggman's here trying to gather the Chaos Emeralds to build the Death Egg and take over the world and stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty simple story. The classic games had some pretty simple ones.
It's extremely simple. Like this time around, even in the U.S. manual, they didn't actually try to incorporate any of the Archie comic stuff. I don't think so. There's no mention of like Sally Acorn or anything like that. I'm pretty sure.
No, that was only for CD where they kind of made Amy be Sally for some reason.
It was very strange, you know, and it's kind of interesting to think that we could be living in a world where Amy Rose in the U.S. is called Sally.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty strange.
Be very odd.
But hey, look, it's another another special stage. Oh, look at that! There it is.
Man, I'm just as fast as Sonic.
Oh boy, you know, I think this might be the one where I was half blind. I know it was one of the gray ones. No, it was definitely this one. Yeah, like I was like half blind doing this.
Really?
I was like struggling so hard, like I couldn't see. Like I just.
Tails, get them for me,
I
please.
I was like, where am I? I couldn't see anything. My eye was burning. So like it was like somebody just poured salt in it. It was horrible.
God did not want you to win today.
Yeah, this is the one. It wasn't. I knew it was one of the gray ones. This is the one right here.
Yeah.
But luckily, I managed to get it together. Well, actually, my eye was still burning. I just had to like get used to playing with one eye to do this one. So yeah, there's my flex right there. I beat this special stage with only one eye open. So.
Congrats, you got everybody clapping.
So I'm awesome, and people want to be me when they grow up, you know.
Do they?
That's they do, in fact, want to be me when they grow up.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
They do, in fact, want to be me when they grow up. Thanks.
Oh, okay.
Come again.
A Sonic champion is what they want to be.
Thanks. Come again. Yeah. This one's it's pretty easy. This is one of the ones where I really got to memorize. Although I didn't think this one was super hard, because there's not a lot of like really sudden like bomb blocks that appear, or bomb spheres, bad sphere, you know, whatever, the exploding spheres. Which,
bombs. Just say
yes,
bombs.
Bombs. They're bombs.
It's just bombs. It's a bomb.
Yeah. I guess bombs are inherently spheres a lot of times anyway, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, these exploding round objects. These round exploding objects. But yeah, this part is just like a whole like loop of stuff going on. You gotta be careful. Oh! I got hit. That sucks. But it's all good because they give you tons of rings here. And if you just like... I'm not really... There's no strategy to this. I just kind of go around in a circle and I just end up getting... rings, you know. There's not really like a whole deeper like, oh, you're gonna turn counterclockwise a certain amount, then turn clockwise, and like, no, I'm pretty much winging it, and it just works.
Yeah,
and there you go.
Oh my, the background, jeez.
Hey, they're excited. I just got all the Chaos Emeralds. I just got them all
in the same zone.
I just got them all in the same zone. Wow. Oh, that's not really anything to brag about. It's pretty easy to do. Well, you've never done it. Well, now I'm going to brag about it all the time.
Okay. give me 20 minutes.
But yeah, so here comes the first boss, the Egg Drillster. And imagine Eggman's shock and surprise when Sonic just turns super. in the first zone of the game.
I thought he was blue.
What? Yeah, it's just like Sonic just goes super just in the first his first encounter. He's just the only thing he's brought with him to fight me is just a little drill robot, and I'm just like supersonic, and I just pick it up and toss it aside.
Yeah.
But here we are in Chemical Plant Zone, and yet again, you know, and the background of Chemical Plant is nice, right? But it's just that there's not a lot of moving parts, you know? Like in Sonic 1, in the updated versions of Sonic 1, they really added so many moving parts, and like it would have been nice if maybe they added like some twinkling to the lights on the buildings, just something to make the background look a little more lively instead of just having that yellow sewer water in the bottom. It's just not very lively. I don't know. Casino Night Zone has a very nice background though.
That sure does.
But yeah, the backgrounds in Sonic 2 just they don't do it for me like Sonic 1's backgrounds or like Sonic CD's backgrounds. But it's all good.
So I'm about to have like a whole little mini series of where did Smooth stop in these Sonic games? Yeah, this stage was mine as a kid. Specifically Act 2.
You always stopped at this one? Really? I thought I guess, yeah, Act 2 can be challenging with the whole, like, water section and everything like that.
Yeah,
that could be pretty
was
difficult.
That was the specific section. Just that whole with the building blocks, which now I think back to it is like I can easily just do that section. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
All right. That
could be challenging for a little Gerber child to get through. Yeah.
Yeah, like Sonic, like since I wasn't here for like 1 in CD, I know like, well, Sonic 1 for me it was Marble Zone, because it was because I just didn't have the patience.
I don't remember a zone which always made me stop playing the game.
It didn't like make me stop playing. Just I would always like game over.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Oh yeah. I can't think of a zone like that for me. I remember I used to have a lot of trouble in Spring Yard Zone before I finally learned how to beat it. That used to always be like the zone that would take me out of it. It's like the little platforming sections are very precarious there.
Yeah, like with CD, the thing is I wasn't able to first play that until I got it on the Xbox Marketplace. Like I had no other way to play it. Like I didn't have Jim's Collection or anything like that when I was a kid. I don't think I really had a stopping point on that, but it wasn't my first Sonic game that I beat. It's like I just randomly just stopped playing it for some reason, even though it's a really short game. So I don't know what the reason for that was. Yeah, like for Sonic 2, it was this section coming up right here.
Yes, this section is a real pain in the keister, let me tell you. It's pretty difficult. I make it look really easy because I've done this a million times, but it's tricky. It's tricky platforming right here. This can trip up a lot of people. You can end up drowning, especially this next part because of these platforms here, which again I make it look easy. But if you don't know that that's coming up, you're probably just gonna walk right off. And those platforms at the bottom, you can see they just flipped over. Yeah, those can like ruin your day as well. Also, this part, if you don't have enough speed to go all the way over that. So there's a lot of parts, right? And also these flippers, right? There's a lot. Because if you fall on those flippers, you die. If you fall on those flippers, you die.
I just like to imagine I'll get them with the poison water. It just slips off him.
Yeah, but that's going to do it for this first episode of Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
We're already Eggman.
Eggman is in for a rude awakening in the coming zones.
He messed with the wrong hedgehog and fox,
He'd better get ready, and you'd better get ready for the next part. Until then.